Hello? Can you hear me? Alright. Bro, this sounds crispy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Florida Christian School versus St.Brendan Sabres. I'm here joined by my brother, Jeffrey Swindoll, FCS Media Director, by the way, and myself, William Swindoll.
Thank you, William. It's good to be here, folks. The St.Brendan team, they're just down the road from us. But they've got quite the volleyball program, if we're being honest.
Most of their sports programs are pretty good.
Of course, yeah, we do want to be honest about competition. FCS on Monday played against Columbus, school right next to St.Brendan, and that game was not pretty. I'll just be
number 2 in the nation.
Number 2 in the nation on Max Prep, so understandable.
They actually beat Southwest 3-0, which are the state champions.
And they beat us 3-0. So here we have St.Brendan. I forget the score of the Columbus St. Brendan game, but Columbus beat St. Brendan. So here we go. Starting off, number 3 with a lob serve. Britos gives it to Holcomb. Hits it off of that front block. The libero for St. Brendan recovers. That's a bit of a lob spike. Marcus running some double duty. 2 putbacks.
Man, really good play from the Patriots, man.
I really like
it. And just, got those fire hits.
I really like to see the smiles on the faces of these players. They've had a couple really, really tough games. So it's good to see them start the game with some excitement.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference. And you can hear the difference too in the gym.
Got St. Brendan scrambling right now. What a block. This is not the team I saw at the last game.
No, sir.
Aaron.
St. Brendan kind of out of sorts. In the warm-up, I saw that they had some good hitters. And you saw right there, they were able to put a good play together for themselves. It's very common in high school sports to come in the gym or come in for warm-up and you look at the team across the court, across the field, and you start to kind of measure how much motivation you need to play against the other team. And so I think FCS's team caught St. Brendan off guard for those first 3 points.
It caught me off guard too, honestly. That was really something else.
And St. Brendan now running it back. They're back to 2-3.
Good break from Greg. Oh, wow. Greg right now for FCS. Getting all these digs in. FCS with the 1-2-3 play against St. Brendan, straight into the donut hole. 5-3. I'm really gassing up this FCS team right now. No pun intended with Greg. St. Brendan went for a fake, and Caden with the block. Oh! Caden with the putback. Man, I'm loving this team right now. There's some quality volleyball by FCS. St. Brendan with the backward serve of the set. Sorry. St. Brendan sits it out. 7-3. Really fire start from FCS right now. Ritos with the serve. St. Brendan goes to the outside. Oh! Tips off of someone and goes to the backcourt. Still 7-4 lead though. That touch from Britos, shakes it outside of the court, gives St. Brendan an ace. Five, 7. Britos going really low for these digs. I don't know if I'm feeling about it, Chief. St. Brendan straight to the outside, all the way from the right side. Smacks it into one of our defenders. Really tight game from these teams. Serve goes straight into the net. Gives FCS an 8-6 lead. That's a really big loss of a point for St. Brendan at the moment. They just had their rally, and then they lose their ball just to serve in the net. FCS got a little bit of a fake out there. They thought it was going to roll on their side and just went straight past them and fell right on the ground. Britos with the pass again. Gives it to Marcus. Marcus just barely goes into the net. This game is just back and forth with the serves, and really shows how confident these teams are right now. Going for everything. Tries to put it back all the way from the other side. No good. Oh, it looked like that was going out. Holcomb should have just left that. St. Brendan, oh, he goes for the dump. Technical foul. I think that's what it's called. And on St. Brendan, gives FCS the point. It's 9-9 right now. Really tight. Then he gives it to the outside. St. Brendan sets it back. Oh, Britos with the dig. Runsell just trying to get it over to the other side. Gives it to Holcomb. Oh! Runsell tries to block it. Successfully does, but ultimately goes out. You can really see the height disadvantage from some of these players on FCS. They go for the block and, they're in the perfect spot, but ultimately it comes down to that height and, smacked off of Runsell's hands and just went out. Holcomb with a really good hit. What a kill. Holcomb had the perfect vision for that hit. Went straight to the back, made the defender go to the right side and dive for it, and he made it there. Carry from St. Brendan. Wow, that's a really tough point to lose, just off of something that you can easily fix. St. Brendan with the tip. He reads the block, but Britos actually saved that. But they get it back and straight hit it straight into our court. Rios goes hope for that one. We're going to get a free ball. St.Brendan going middle. He tips it. Steps over the line. 3-point for FCS.
It's worth pointing out that these two teams have played each other this season already. St. Brendan beat FCS in their gym, in St. Brendan's gym, that is.
Home field advantage makes a huge difference when it comes to high school sports, folks. FCS was really trying to salvage that point. Blocker has good vision, hits it off of the tip, and ultimately goes out for FCS and gives St. Brendan a point. 13-12, by the way. A really close score line. Teams really are going back and forth, winning and losing points. Rensell tries to go with that one for the foot. He didn't want to dive. It's only first quarter, folks. Or first set, sorry. Oh, Ritos with the dump. Catches them off guard. Kane was...
Late to the block there. Garcia realized a little late there. The ball was going to him. This would be a free opportunity for St. Brendan. Caden reaches over to block the center hit. Runsell just sticks an arm out. Now Caden.
Right in the donut hole. Really good stuff from Caden. Also, pretty clutch from Runsell. Literally just had to stick his arm out and saved it. No, we take those for sure.
Holcomb gets it over the net. Not the best pass from St. Brendan.
Pushes over. This is a free ball. He's going to Caden. Oh, and he tools him. How is he still alive, folks?
Garcia passes it to Britos. They'll get another chance through the middle.
That's a touch.
And the head official was looking at his linesman to see if there was a touch. None of them called for it. St. Brendan's point, 16-13, after recently taking the lead from FCS. Oh, and the ball straight to Gas through his hands.
Can't gas him up for that one.
Right to Ronsell. Garcia, who's the outside hitter, is going to have to just pass it to Caden. He finds a great spot near the right baseline. Garcia having to play different roles in this game.
A specimen.
Oh, they fake the middle hit. Not the strongest hit from St. Brendan. Ronsell was challenging 64 for St. Brendan. They'll go for that middle hit.
Oh, what a quick attack.
64 was all over the place on that point for St. Brendan. Involved in almost every aspect of St. Brendan's play. It's fitting for him to get the kill at the end there. Holcomb free balls it back to St. Brendan. This is from the back row. Gas was not quite in position to receive that one. Coach Patterson is telling Gas to move his feet rather than just stick his arms out.
Put your body on the line.
Britos pops it up nicely. And Garcia will hit it across the little barrel for St. Brendan. Oh, this hit is a little wide.
And then you can just do everything.
Caden there for the block. And the hit's really, really high. Goes way out.
Marcus is back in. Definitely love to see it. With another haircut.
It's to the outside again. Oh, 21 misses the swing. A complete whiff, not a little bit of a whiff. A complete whiff. Caden with the serve.
Tough critics out here.
FCS making an objective fact. Objective fact. It's 1917. Shout out to that
yes,
Oscar-nominated film.
That fire movie. You should watch it, by the way. You definitely love to see that one, for sure.
Back row hit.
He just went for that pancake.
In St. Brendan's favor there, the net hit worked out for them.
A little bit of that Swiss cheese.
Roncel hits it back to Marcus. We'll chip it over. Garcia and Marcus couldn't deal with, I think it was 64 for St. Brendan. It's 21-17 now. Passes to Roncel. Quick pass to Marcus. Another chip. Not much of a spike on that one. Here's a free ball for FCS. It's to Garcia.
What a hit.
Great windup from him. St. Brendan scrambling all over the place. Oh, someone stepped over the line.
Wow. What a turnaround.
I think it was called on Marcus. The official was indicating number 0.
What a point to lose. This back row is really good from FCS, from what I've seen so far.
Holcomb with a good dig. Roncel gets it across. Garcia will set the ball back. Gas with a good pickup. Marcus hung in the air.
Oh, that looked like a kill.
Oh, what a recovery from FCS. Can they get this block? It's chipped over. Gas, I think he was expecting that little drop shot, and he moved up. And then that put him out of position, and then the ball was a little higher than he expected it to be. And he put his hand out at the last second.
FCS was so scrappy there, man. Picking up everything.
23-17. 2 more points for St. Brendan to take the first set. And Sal just gets it over for the free ball. And number 15 having a pretty good outing for St. Brendan with some outside hitting. It's 24-17 now. Coach Patterson likes to call timeouts, I've noticed, around this point in the game.
To ice the serves.
When it's 24 or 23.
FCS so far has played really good. Played a lot, like back row, they're picking up every pass. You know, last game that I commentated, they were playing a really tough team. I'll give them that, but they weren't picking up balls, they weren't digging at anything. And now they're literally trying to pick up everything. And it's really something nice to see and good for a team to see that way.
It was clear that in those other games they weren't quite playing together.
Yeah.
And in this game you see that they're communicating with each other. I even saw one player say, hey, that was my fault on that last point, I'll switch. Good communication. Anyway, let's get back to this. The set could be over though. So has to come back. Britos will just bump it over. Oh, the pass is really wide from that acute angle. This ball is going out. And that will be set 1 for St. Brendan. set one is over. St. Brendan takes that one. I think this is the most passionate we've seen the FCS team. What did you think about FCS's performance in that first set?
Really liked what I saw. As I said, they're playing the back row. They're picking up everything, playing really scrappy. As you said, they're playing together. They're communicating. They're electric. I love that. Even they didn't win the set, that was still really something good to see, and I'm excited for this game.
We definitely saw some highlight reel moments, and
Yes, sir.
you and I both know we at FCS Media, we like our highlight reels. So that kind of thing as a team gets you excited, and for those individual players, it's good for them to start the game with some good moments like that. And of course, sports, the fun of competition, that's what keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
The thrill of those moments. So I'm happy for those players that had those moments. There's a few things more thrilling than winning the game, though. And it would all be for nothing, if FCS can't put a win together. What do you think about this St. Brendan team?
Played really good. They've always had a pretty good volleyball team. I was on the team. We beat them in our first game last season to fifth set, 15-12.
Wow.
That was such a lit game, man. That was so satisfying just to beat, because it's always kind of like a little rivalry. Like Westminster means way more, but St. Brendan is like that team you want to beat. So,
Right.
And also they're a really competitive team and skillful team. So being that really gave us that.
Well coached too. They've had the same coach for several years now.
It's the same set too. Like they're two different people, I think.
Right.
So.
No, it's the same coaches that I've seen for the past several years for them. So you can see that they're building a program over there. FCS is trying to build its own program. They've had a couple head coaches in the past few years. Coach Patterson, I think they've had 3 different head coaches in the past 3 years. Coach Patterson being the first to return.
He's really solidified it.
Except I'm not sure if Carp did 2 years in a row. I don't remember. I mean, no disrespect to him. I'm just trying to remember the facts. But anyway, the point is this, that Patterson comes back for a second season, and that helps you. That should be for the benefit of the team, of building a program, building a culture, building a system, even the way you practice, little things like that, and having players return. So volleyball for some time at FCS has had that kind of, let me just randomly play volleyball this year. It's kind of had that about it, but it's good to see some more consistency build. Anyway, coming back to the game, we're in set 2 now. St. Brendan a little confused with each other. Britos goes for that middle pass. Garcia digs the ball from 15. Caden is going to have to hit it across his body. There's a free ball. Garcia hits it really high. But now it's the Holcomb. He had to hang in the air a little bit. St. Brendan recovers. It's back to 15. Caden with the block. St. Brendan just trying to sneak it over, but not past Caden. Garcia just going to have to hit it back. It's a free ball. It's back to 15. Their preferred outside. What a block from Caden. To my perception, St. Brendan's #1 outside hitter. That's the kind of matchup challenge you like to see. And once again in this set, FCS has taken the lead, 1-0 now.
Man, even with the serve, FCS is performing really good.
And now it's a double touch on St. Brendan. FCS now takes the lead 2-0.
As I mentioned, the serves.
Right.
The commentator's curse.
Got to be honest, Sickle has struggled this year with the serves. It was encouraging to see the improvement thus far. But there he goes back to the bench. Greg Gatz is back in. Jump serve from St. Brendan. Rancel picks it up. Oh man, almost hit the speakers. Passes a little bit behind Holcomb. He will push it all the way back to the corner. They'll go for the other outside hitter. Britos just puts it up. Caden to the left corner!
What a cross.
What a shot! That's the equivalent of an NFL quarterback throwing across his body.
That's that Patty Mahomes.
That was a Patty Mahomes hit.
You can hear the seniors cheering Caden on.
We saw him do a very similar thing in that Southwest game.
Wow. I don't even know what happened.
Number 5 has to start on this side, but he's going across to be the outside hitter, but he got in the way of the pass. It's back to 15. Looked like a bit of a close call. St. Brendan was arguing to call a bit. Wow. And Holcomb hits it outside of that right antenna.
Gets it straight back to him.
Thus far in this set, the only 2 points St. Brendan has scored are the 2 service errors, the side outs. It's 5-2 FCS. Oh, it's straight to Ransell. He just stayed planted. And that's exactly what Patterson is coaching him up to do. You've got to move your feet. Don't just move your arms. Get your body central to where the ball is coming.
Service errors really make a difference in volleyball. It's crazy.
They go back to Ransell. Someone's going to have to come way back to get it. I wouldn't be surprised if number 15 is purposefully hitting it to Ransell after he's seen that, how he's received the pass serves. Caden trying to motivate his team. That's something that's been lacking in the previous games. And it's going to come up here to the commentary booth. Almost hit us
That
up
was
here.
so close. Patterson telling his team to pick up these passes.
3 straight service receiving errors for FCS, and really not on serves that are all that challenging.
All their points are from service errors. Whether it's returning or us serving.
Greg Gass was caught flat-footed on that serve. Now St. Brendan takes their first lead of the second set, 6-5. Gass again. Oh boy. There's a real struggle in this back row. Holcomb and Garcia trying to help Ransell and Gass with the technique of receiving. Ransell hits it to Holcomb. Caden will smack it at the back row. It's out to 21. Oh, it hits the roof. Ransell saves it. It's gonna hit the roof again. Gass has to hit it over. It barely gets over. And this is a point for FCS as a lift was called on St. Brendan. Wow, I've never seen the ball on the net for that long.
What a turnaround from hitting the roof twice into almost going on our side when you're hitting the net. We take those for sure.
They go for that center hit.
It's instantly called out.
Now, I gotta say, FCS was caught really off guard. There was no one even to block it because of how quick that pass was set. So if 99 had hit that ball inbounds, it would have been a point for St. Brendan, as FCS was not prepared for it. There it is again. He went for the tip that time.
Good block from Caden. FCS takes the lead, 8-7.
FCS takes back the lead. That's the 3rd lead change. Oh boy. That's a rare service error for Britos. He tends to be one of the more consistent ones. And now it's a tie game. FCS took an early lead. And then after several service errors, St. Brendan took the lead. Now right here, we have a tie game.
I've never seen this, a yellow card given to a player.
So Greg Gass was wearing jewelry and he's gotten yellow carded. I'm not sure on the technical rules of, I know in soccer you have to step off the field for a moment. I guess Greg could just stay. It's a warning, you know. You know, it's like getting a technical foul. It's not like you're immediately just thrown out of the game.
Definitely a rare sight, though.
Britos moves his feet well. Give it to Holcomb in the back row. Oh, 99.
Good spot. Caught him off guard.
Ball's back in Caden's hands. FCS takes back the lead, 9-8. Well,
So powerful.
we hate to keep saying it, but there it is again. Another service error. Set might be decided of who can figure out consistent serving. Danny coming back to save it.
Savvy
Pop
goes
it
for
back
the
over.
dump. Good block from
Sickle with a good
Sickle.
block. He'll get a chance to hit it.
Man, the libero's so clutch right now. They're going straight.
Oh, this is easy. FCS has a good chance. It's to Garcia. It's a little wide.
It's out.
And it's out.
Looks like a touchdown on the blocker.
And you love to see this back and forth stuff. This is the thrill of volleyball. When you see points like this.
This is fundamentals.
This is. Where has this been? I gotta watch some more volleyball.
Man, another service there. Both teams really something else with these serves. And not in a good way.
It's a race at the bottom. Garcia gets this one over. Oh, they're going for that middle.
What a quick attack. 64 loves those.
And Sickle claiming responsibility for that point scored against FCS. He and Holcomb, they were standing there. I think they just saw it a little too late. Heroes pops it over. It's a free ball for St. Brendan. Oh, what a mix-up from number 3, who's the designated setter of this team, it seems. Really, really clever mix-up. With the jump serve. Gas dodges it Matrix style at the last moment. And it's 12-11. St. Brendan leads. The 15. Gas will pop it up. It's going to hit the roof. It's going all over the place.
What a powerful pass. Went straight up to the roof.
It's 11-13 in St. Brendan's favor in this second set.
Seems St. Brendan this time opted to go
To Holcomb. That's a great pass from Britos.
straight to the donut hole. Great kill.
Some fundamental volleyball right there. 1, 2, 3. Hit. Smacks it over. Garcia with a great defensive move. And Caden just hit it into the middle. Back row attack here. Caden got the block, but his deflection goes out of bounds, resulting in a point for St. Brendan. Volleyball is a war of attrition. A good pass from Britos to Caden. That was the equivalent of a changeup.
Probably went for the block, but pulled back his hand last second.
Right.
Really switched the ball's movement. Kind of a weird error.
Here's the middle hit again.
Seen one of them cross the line, even though the ball went in on our court. One of the FCS players crossed the line.
St. Brendan seems to have that quick middle hit down to a good science, and they have players that are capable of noticing the block and doing that drop shot thing.
Yeah.
Mid-flight. Not a good pass from Holcomb. He'll get it back. It's to number 5. And his hit goes out. He struggled a bit from the outside hitting. That was a good setup for St. Brendan. Here it is to 21. They get the deflection off the block. Caden pops it over. Here it is again to 21. It's a little wide. Kenny got his hands on it once again. Ronsell comes to recover. And Holcomb really hits it far.
He saved it.
But 15 saves it. Bails out FCS. It's out to Garcia. Can he kill this point? The libero for St. Brendan saves it. 15 from the back row. Has to jump up. It's back to Garcia. And hits it straight down.
What a point.
Really fun volleyball to watch. It's good to see these players, you know, hanging in there, not just dying after one exchange.
They're relentless.
It's back to Caden. Mansell with a good setup.
What a
And Caden
putback.
capitalizes on the putback.
How do you like that one for sure?
I'm seeing much better passing from Rancel and Britos. Even Garcia having to be on call for some second hit setups. That has been a massive improvement from the last time I saw this team. Number 3 tried to do that cheeky little chip over the net that he did last time, which we gave props to him. He did a good job of it that time. Not so much this time. Here's Caden with the serve.
Nice put
Garcia.
back from Garcia.
Look at him. He doesn't know what. He's so excited right now. He's like, get out of my way.
Such a dynamic game. The lead switches so much.
17-16 in FCS's favor. This has been the closest game we've seen all season on FCS TV. It's back out to number 5. He was trying to deal with that tight angle because you got to get it past the pole, that antenna inside of it, yeah. And he couldn't quite do it there.
St. Brendan calls a timeout. Big momentum shift for St. Brendan to call a timeout right now.
Yeah, for those who don't know, in volleyball, you know, calling a timeout is kind of like when a team calls a timeout in basketball. It's usually an indication of we gotta figure some stuff out because it's not working too well. So it's 18-16 in FCS's favor. We said this is the closest game. I mean, in my opinion, maybe that first game is a challenging for them. But this St. Brendan team is definitely better than that first team we lost to. I don't even remember who it was, to be honest.
Hialeah Educational Academy.
Hialeah, that's what it was. That was a team that, the way FCS looks right now, I think they would have beaten that team. Anyway, here we go. We're back.
Team.
Oh man, number 15.
What a hit.
What a hit. Props to him.
Oh, Britos wanted that hit.
It's back out to number 5. Let's see if you can get it done. Oh, Garcia
Gets tooled.
hit each of them twice between them. I think that's one of number 5's first kills, if not his first kill of this match. Britos to Rancel. They've got the setup they want. It's outside to 21. And Sickle got to the block.
Had to run all the way
The ball
from the
landed
other
on his
of
own
the
side. And now it's 18-18. St. Brendan keeps clawing back, pun intended. Garcia having to come from the back row. Oh, Garcia's calling for it. He's going to go to Sickle instead, though. Garcia's demanding the ball. You saw him look straight at Rancel, patting his chest. And now St. Brendan's taking the lead, 18-19. A bit of a run here. It's back to Garcia. Hit in the hole. Number 15 doing a great job for St. Brendan. Gas saves it. Number 3, the setter, gets a good hit, but Gas saves it again. Garcia comes across the court. Now it's the 21 for the hit.
What a day.
Britos pops it up. Wow, Garcia at the net. There he is again. Single over him. Oh! What a point!
You would call that a Gatorade hit.
Wow. And just, you know, just to point out, I think we're the only people talking throughout the points, and everyone in the gym can hear us. Yeah, they definitely heard that Dragon Ball Z scream just now. It's like Sickle had to climb over Garcia to hit that one.
So tall, man. Got some
Going for that middle hit.
School.
And that one was in that time. They put those a little too deep, St. Brendan that is, on those middle hits. But that time they finally got it down. And it should be 19-20. I think the scoreboard's wrong up there. It's out to Holcomb. He just does the tip over. 2:15, challenged by Sickle. Oh, he got his hands on it.
He got tooled.
Man, I'm liking watching this duel between number 15 and the front row of FCS. A lot of respect for what they're doing over there.
It's 2020, folks.
What?
the points.
Oh, it should be 21. It should be 21-19, though. That's incorrect.
Rip.
I mean, from to my recollection.
Refs start checking the score.
Yeah, the down official is talking with the scores table right now.
Previous point was scored incorrectly.
Should be 21-19. That's what the St. Brendan coaches are arguing with the official. I don't mean arguing as in disrespecting.
Yeah.
I mean arguing as in they're
Conversing.
stating their case. And one of the assistant coaches for St. Brendan getting yellow carded. I think that's a bit harsh. He was just talking about the scoring. The scoreboard says 20-20, so I guess that's what we're going with. I thought it was 21-19. Doritos at the last second there, falls forward, but gets it over. Oh, the middle hit from 64. Hits the top of that net. But he gets the roll in his favor. It's 21-20. There's an argument between the coach and the officials here. This is ridiculous in my opinion. He's just been discussing that there was a mistake made. That's it.
He never even stood up.
He never even stood up, never raised his voice. So I'm not even sure which of the coaches was carded there. The one in all black, I think, was just red carded just now. It's a bad call. It's a bad call. Man, I feel like going down there. Of course, I have no say. Yeah, zero authority to do such a thing. But
Never really seen this.
So one of the coaches is going to leave. It's pretty ridiculous. A coach just got thrown out for nothing.
At least we got the FCS TV live stream. Run by Student Run Crew.
Coach should be able to have some kind of discussion, you know, especially if there's a mistake at the scorer's table, which a lot of times is run by students or just people that are volunteering. So in high school sports, there are those honest mistakes a lot of the time.
They literally, in volleyball, you have someone just doing like the stats for each player and keeping the score at the same time.
Yeah.
Same with basketball too.
It happens. I actually, just personal story real quick. When our brother Brian was playing volleyball, I did the scoreboard one time. And I did that one time. I messed up the score. And the whole game stopped and everyone was like looking at me saying, what happened? And I just admitted, okay, yeah, I think it was wrong. And they fixed the score and that was that. The coach, but the way that happened was the coach of the other team debated, hey, that score is wrong. They didn't give us the point that we should have gotten. And then after the debate, it was sorted out. So that debate, that arguing, was what actually led to fixing the problem. So you should be able to have some kind of way to dispute the claims.
Yeah. They're a coach for a reason. They should have some say.
And it's not even a direct, it's not saying, referee, you messed this up. Because it's one person removed from the referee. It's a scorer's table that's made up of students. So you throw out a coach for debating the scoreboard when students are running the scoreboard, and the coach is not even saying, referee, you are bad at this. He's saying, there was a mistake on the scoreboard. Please fix it.
Someone just shouted out FCS TV for, even they are saying the score's wrong. Shout out to whoever that guy was. Couldn't tell from his voice.
The official score of the game is 21-20. I'm saying this for the sake of the control room crew. Because, JP, what did you have the score on? Before that whole dispute thing, what was it on? 21-19? Yeah, 21-19. See? Even
yes,
JP,
sir.
who was keeping the score independent of us, put it at 21-19. What's that? Oh, you base it off of who serves the next point. Yeah.
Everyone's getting hyped. Now they can, play volleyball. Even with the score wrong.
Okay, so a timeout was just called for St. Brendan. Wow, the longest second set of all time.
Really a crucial set too, just to have that really long break.
I don't think that this benefits either team to have that long of a break, because you're basically going to be playing a game first to 5, one team having 1 point up right now. So you're having to do basically like this mini game. I don't think that benefits either team. Now you're kind of cold. I guess could have lost some of the excitement. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll see some
Your coach left. Got it.
Well, that actually could work in the favor of St. Brendan to make them even more mad and passionate.
It's like ball never lies.
Yeah, ball never lies. Well, if we are going by the ball never lies rules, if St. Brendan wins the set, then it's ball never lies. That serves out. See what I was telling you? Well, I mean, they've been doing that all game, so maybe not. But
that guy has had really good serves so far.
Yeah, that could be a result of that's the first serve he's done in like the past 10 minutes.
Even a timeout can ice the server.
Here's 21 now with the hit. Gas picks it up. Breeders have a good chance to hold come. Oh, and that's out. Just a few inches out past that baseline. It's 22-21 in favor of St. Brendan. So 21-22 on your screen. Sorry for the mix-up. Very unprofessional of me. so the down official is discussing something. Man, this is
Talking about the subbing.
The frustration has got to be mounting for St. Brendan with the officiating.
As we said in other live streams, high school refs love to be strict about the subbing.
Well, in volleyball, I can kind of understand it because you need to be in certain spots for the rotation, and they need to make sure you replace this guy from this spot. Oh, come with a last-ditch effort. It's blocked by Sickle. It comes off the net. Sickle again! Oh! That's a weight room moment. And Sickle getting called here for the ball spike. And Sickle is getting yellow carded for that ball spike. It's the equivalent of a unsportsmanlike conduct in football. 21-23. FCS trying to claw back. It's the Holcomb. That's his second deep shot. I don't know. I don't think it was a touch. He's not even arguing the call. Here we go. Game point for St. Brendan. Can they get the? Can they secure ball never lies?
Seemed like these other points where the liberos in the back row, they opted for him to serve.
Britos hits it to Holcomb. We'll just tip it over. Britos is out to Holcomb. Pop it to the back leg corner. Number 21.
Holcomb saw that open corner. Really good vision.
Holcomb has some great handling, great touch when it comes to basketball passing. You can see him using a little bit of that technique to favor him here. Gas is hit. Caught 21 a little off guard. Number 3 hits it back to 21. Rancel pops it to Britos. Now it's to Caden, the preferred hitter, and it's blocked by St. Brendan. They will take game 2, or set 2, excuse me.
St. Brendan's hype about that one, more than the last set.
And you love to see an exciting game like this between these two teams that are really, I think, competitive against each other. It's fun to watch this stuff, you know.
And commentate.
Of course, as a fan of FCS, you'd like to see FCS win. But this kind of performance, let me tell you, folks, if you haven't been seeing the past few games for FCS,
it wasn't pretty.
You don't quite have the perspective that we have right now. We're thankful to see this kind of volleyball play from FCS. Given the past performances we've seen, and even if you haven't seen the past performances from FCS, you've had 2 really exciting games that go down to both teams in the 20s. Well, I don't remember the first set, what the final score was of that one, but both of these sets, set 1 and 2, although St. Brendan's taken both of them, have been really well contested.
It's been back and forth, really dynamic between the 2 teams.
And you're seeing specific player matchups. For example, number 15 for St. Brendan seems to be their preferred hitter. He's had to duel quite a bit with the front blockers of FCS, namely Caden and Matt Sickle. And
our 2 giants.
St. Brendan, because of FCS's success against that hitter, St. Brendan has tried to mix up who they're passing the ball to for hitting. And that's something that
multiple quick attacks as well.
Right. That's something that my old football coach, Coach Montano, would say. You want to make the other team play left-handed. In other words, make them use their not preferred option. And I think FCS has done that. But St. Brendan, you've got to give them props where it's due. They've had the better of the points. And
even with their coach being ejected, they still won the set.
Right. Ball never lies. Ball never lies. The other thing is that second set was the serving. I'd love to see the stat sheet. Was frankly abysmal from both teams. Both teams really struggle from the service line.
There was like 10 points on both sides just from errors.
Service points. To give you an equivalent, because I like doing that. It's like every time. I mean, in basketball, the free throw percentage is a big deal. But at least on that one, it's not like the other team is scoring a point.
Yeah.
Imagine every time you miss a free throw, the other team gets 1 point.
They get the rebound and, get a transition attack.
Right. No, I just mean that when you miss a free throw, the other team automatically gets a point.
Oh.
So getting service errors in volleyball is like if every time you
Messing
shot a
up,
free throw,
and then
the other
they
team
get-
got a point because the other team scores. So it's really something that's like a double whammy. You lose possession of the ball, and the other team scores a point. So both teams really gotta work on that. It's a
hard
fundamental
mentally.
it's a fundamental aspect of the game that if you're giving away that many service points, you make it much harder for yourself to win that game. I think the service errors, it was close to 10 points given in that second set. That's
not even service returns.
That's nearly half the score. And then the other thing is the receiving of the serves. How many points were given up on that? As a coach, if I was a coach, I'd be looking at those things next practice saying, look at how many free points we gave on our serves and receiving serves. Anyway, let's go back to the court for the third set. It's out the Holcomb. Let's see if he can redeem himself.
What a tool.
And yes, he does. Oh, man. Yeah, both of his feet on that side.
His whole body went under the net.
Well, I think it's because the ball was already dead that he was able to put his feet on the other side.
Once again, FCS takes the first point.
Oh, FCS's back row was not ready for that point.
And see again, Greg stepped up like that other point in the first set.
Even the down official was walking over and talking to the FCS bench during that point. Really confused by that. I don't know why he's doing that. Don't blow the whistle if you have to say something.
There you go with the service errors again.
It's 2-1 for FCS now. Gets it over. That's an accomplishment in itself.
Whoa.
Gas picks it up. Gas is going to have to hit it over. What happened?
I think number 64 crossed over. Or not 64. One of the middle hitters.
So FCS scores that point, 3-1 off of the technicality. They go for that middle hit. Wow, that was strong. Number 1.
Quick attacks.
Where has he been all game? What is he doing? You see what he's doing with his arm?
I think he was doing some sort of taunt. I don't understand what that is. Greg went all the way on the floor for that one. A little bit unnecessary.
Blocked by Caden and Garcia. Here's 15 from the back. Hits it into his own net. Caden was there on patrol. In comes the libero for St. Brendan, number 1. It's off the court after a devastating kill 2 points ago. Here's number 5. It's blocked by Garcia. And Gas and Caden with really the courtesy dives over there. Not even close. It's 4-3 in FCS's favor. Britos hits it as it tips off the net. Garcia, it's in! Down the right baseline.
Patterson even telling him, go straight down.
And that looked a little close to being out.
Tip.
Marcus just pops it up. Britos just get it over. There it is. Here's the quick attack. Blocked by Marcus. Wow, he ends up on the other side of the net.
Both players cross.
Oh, both players cross. And it's called in FCS's favor. It's called on number 15.
I think number 15 tripped Marcus, so then he crossed over. So I think that's what happened.
Caden's serve is in. Britos with the forearm save. Garcia calls for it to get it back over. And FCS will reset on defense. 15 hits it off of the net. Caden pops it up. Ransell calls for it. It's all the way to the back row. Libero recovers for it. Now it's out to 21. Caden picks it up. Garcia hits it. Holcomb's gonna have to hit the angle.
Once again, FCS playing super scrappy. Picking up everything, getting on the floor, putting everything on the line.
That's the way it should be, running all over the court. Players calling for each other.
Brito's really good vision on this back row, calling everything out. You know, he only made one error from what it seems like to me on calling it out.
Lots of free points for FCS from these. St. Brendan serves. And there's number 15.
Takes it right back.
It's the first kill we've seen from him, I think, in this set. He is someone that FCS has to be constantly mindful of. Get the down officials going to talk to the head official. Down official talking with St. Brendan's head coach. I think the down official said that the head coach has to stay in his seat the whole game. We'll see. They're really nickeling and diming this St. Brendan team, the officials that is.
Really something that should not reflect FCS's gym.
Ransell gets it out to Holcomb. And Marcus, he hits that ball and he looked directly at the official, thinking, did I touch the net? You gotta sell it a little bit more than that. Referee's gonna have another discussion.
This is honestly ridiculous from the refs constantly going back and forth, conversing with each other just for some minuscule thing.
So they're reversing the point. I think it's the right call. I think Marcus did it.
Marcus even knew too.
So it's 7-6. FCS still leads. This has got to be really frustrating for St. Brendan. Honestly, a team of their caliber, it's kind of surprising to see the amount of bad serves from them. And when number 15 for St. Brendan gets a chance to impact the game as an outside hitter, man, it is tough for FCS to defend him. He really does shine in that spot. She hits it really, really high. Holcomb and Marcus combining for that putback. Garcia was a little flat-footed for that donut hole shot. And it's 8-all. 8-8. St. Brendan could just keep their serves in. I think slowly but surely they would easily win this game. The free points on the serves has been really bad for them. And Garcia didn't get the technique right on that one. Having to hit really far back in the court, really deep. He's used to hitting from the outside, near the net. And it's 8-9 now. St. Brendan has taken the lead. Gas hits it up, but Britos is gonna have to save it near his own bench. The quick attack. Looked like a hit hook him in the face.
Gotta respect the sportsmanship. Instantly talking to him and asking if he's okay.
I think he said yeah, but I don't know if he is. He's still leaning over. Burrito's out the hole, come. And he gets it in. I guess he really is good. St.Brendan asking him.
Going for that corner spot.
Yep.
Multiple times he's hit it from outside.
The opt's not so much for those power hits, more for the placement.
There you can see kind of that playmaker style that he has in basketball.
Sheer power of this #1 player is a thing to behold. He can just let it rip. With 2 blockers in his face.
Where
no
has
problem.
he been all game?
Well, I'll tell you that next time out, what I think that's all about.
St.Brendan really alive. You know, him cheering and
this #1 player likes to talk, but he's a bit of a character. Hayden hit the ball a little too close to the net, and St.Brendan countered. Garcia hits it up. Now it's out to Caden. They get that pass better than the last one. Let's switch it up to #5. There's a hit across the net, and that's 4 hits for St.Brendan. It's 10-13. FCS trails by 3. There's a quick attack. #1, wow. He can hit really hard. Looks like the tallest player on the court for St.Brendan too.
You need that Max Preps height.
yeah, I gotta look it up on Max Preps what his height is. Roncel, who's improved since the first set of this game, but that one wasn't quite the best we've seen from him this season. Gass's hit goes off of the right net. There's a timeout. Okay, so let me tell you, I think St.Brendan won the first game between these two teams, right? And they won it pretty handily. What I think St.Brendan did is that they benched some of the starting players because they knew we don't want to just go in there and basically just mercy rule them and then not learn anything.
Yeah.
Not grow as a team. So that's what I think they did. I think they used some of their starters because there's not that many players on the team anyway. They used some of their starters, but they also got in some other players. You can kind of tell the kinds of players that are used to being on the court. And #1 looks like one of those players.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like just some backup bench player who's scared to be out there. You know, he looks like he's used to it. He's talking to players. He's commanding people. So
he's even talking to our players.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually a starter, but they benched him from the start.
I thought they were just concealing his power. It's a secret weapon.
This game is fading away for FCS. It's 10-17 right now. Rancel gets that pass off. It's to Garcia outside. It's really at a tight angle across the court. And #1 unable to receive it well. It's 11-17 now. Burrito's is hit over the net. They opt for the #5 outside hitter. And Might have been going out, but Holcomb gets his hands to it, cancels it, gives that point to St. Brendan. They lead now. 18-11 over FCS. They've been leading for a while. Holcomb's pass goes off of the net. Ransell hit it back up off of the net. Holcomb had a second chance. Hits it way too far. And this could be a little turning point for FCS. St. Brendan with the side out. Gives the ball back to FCS. St. Brendan was a little mixed up there. Wow. Marcus hit all of the net on that one. Look how much it's moving. Marcus playing, I think, his first season of volleyball. Timeout is called. Not sure who it was. Looked like it was FCS with the timeout call.
I wouldn't expect St. Brendan to call a timeout right now. FCS really, you know, demoralized right now on the court. They're not live. They're not calling. Well, they are calling to each other, but they look different on the court.
They look much more deflated than
St.
you know the way that they then compared to St. Brendan, yeah, and the way that they started the game. They look not as excited as
they're
they
not
did
electric.
Yeah. So I think that's what Patterson is calling this timeout for. And I think he's noticing that too. I mean, the score shows it. That St. Brendan's not running away after the previous sets being, you know, 2 points, 3 points, kind of within that range. Sickle's going to come on for Marcus. Ritos is hit. Really backfired there. Kind of surprising to see from him. Got some really good passes all throughout this game. He messes up that one. There we go. More true to form for Britos. Oh, and Garcia wasn't ready for that one. Number 15 had the putback, but he ran into the pole. And the down official's going over to talk this out with the head official. Excuse me. Actually, St. Brendan will keep the point. I think the referee, down official, was going to talk about those technicalities of what actually counts as a net violation.
Good pass from Britos.
Sickle, I think, wasn't expecting the ball to go to him. Reacted a little late. Ransell comes across. It's to Garcia, who hits it off for the front row. And it lands in. That's FCS's first point in a while. Definitely their first kill. One of their few kills in this set. Number 5 sets it to 15. Cleverly pop it right over Sickle. And the back row was a little late to it. I think expecting number 15 to just laser that ball to the back, as he's done throughout this game. carry. That was a really questionable hit right there.
Even FCS is talking about it. They're like, did he even grab it?
Did he just grab it is what Danny Garcia said. And this is match point for St. Brendan. They've got 10 match points. Or 13, rather. And that is game, set, match. A much more exciting game for FCS compared to the last games we've seen. And I think against a good challenging team. That St. Brendan team, you know, they're not pushovers. They had some pretty talented players.
Number 1 for sure.
Number 15, number 1.
Their setter was having a fire game too.
Number 3, the setter, was playing very well. And also after one of their coaches got booted.
Even with their coach kicked out, they still won the game. Not, you know, having a coach ejected, you know, wins or loses the game, but that definitely makes a difference for your morale and also, you know, how the game flows. And even their coach was sat down, and you know, it didn't seem like he was talking to their team. So
I think he was told that he had to sit down for the rest of the game. I think that's why he was still down.
But St. Brendan came to play. And so did FCS. You know, they had their moments. They came out, had a really dynamic change. That third set really, you know, pushed St. Brendan over the edge for this game.
Encouraging stuff to see for FCS boys volleyball.
Definitely a huge change.
The trajectory is definitely up. So that's good to see. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been an FCS Media broadcast. I've been Jeffrey Swindoll. This is William Swindoll. Thank you to our crew. JP Christensen, Sebastian Tavares, Aaron Baquero.